Welcome to Mastercolors free webinar, which is something we offer to every artist in the world. What we're going to be talking about here is perhaps one of the most extraordinary inventions ever to come along to help and serve the artist execute amazing and beautiful works of art. And it does this by giving each artist absolute control of color and by offering a new paradigm that opens up just an amazing array of potential and beautiful effects for the artist. It also makes doing art and choosing and selecting colors intelligently rather a lot of fun. And we're going to break this up into a number of sections. In this section, we're going to review some of the features of the Mastercolors HVC Color Composer, which is absolutely unique software, and it does a couple of things that are really critical, and this is where there's kind of a really new paradigm for thinking about color and attacking color composition problems successfully. And the premise of the HVC Color Composer is that color can be measured and controlled on the level of combined HVC contrast. HVC stands for hue, value, and chroma. And we'll get into this very shortly. You should see a picture of the HVC Color Composer up on your screen. As you can see, it's basically the same as the Photoshop and InDesign color pickers, particularly Photoshop here. It has the 4 color spaces, HSB, RGB, LAB, CMYK, and then Mastercolors has added our own space, HVC, hue, value, and chroma. Chroma being a measure of how weak or strong a hue is, how intense it is, or how saturated it is. Okay. Now, as you can see in the box in the upper left-hand corner, you get these funny-looking sideways triangles. These are actually slices of the hue in 3-dimensional HVC color space. So, one of the beautiful things about this is it gives you the correct geography of a color, so that you know where the triangle peaks out on the right side is where the hue is strongest. And as it diminishes to its various grays, it gets weaker and weaker. These are called chromas. Okay? The other thing, and the most valuable thing about this tool, is that it gives you harmonic palettes. So let's review this idea of contrast and what contrast is. As you can see from the double contrast box there right in the middle, toward the left, color relationships can be measured numerically. Once you can attach a number to a relationship, then you can organize it and order it in harmonic ways that will have organizing power, harmonic power in your work. It's basically, it works precisely like music does. It's an interval system. And then once you can get a number attached to these relationships, you can organize your compositions in very simple proportional terms that are well understood to be harmonic, as in relationships of 1 to 1, equal relationships, or 1 to 2, 1 to 4, etc. Okay, and we'll discuss as this course goes along, you know, why these proportions are harmonic and orderly. Here I'm just going to pick a light blue, and I'm going to click the swatch to the left here. As you can see, as I move away from that blue, the distance of these colors can be measured precisely. As you can see, the further we get away from that color, the higher the number goes. Okay? Let's take a look at our harmonic palettes. There's 3 ways to attain a harmonic palette. The auto range function, which is the most basic. What this does is it basically takes a target color, a color that you choose. Okay, let's just pick a light blue here, make that the active color. And what this will do is run around our 3-dimensional HVC color space and find all the hues that are specified distances from our target color. The auto range palette will automatically find all the colors in the system that are 5, 10, 20, and 40 steps. So it's a nice, simple harmonic doubling progression. Basically goes 1, 2, 4, 8, which is very reminiscent of timing in music, you know. And so it's these very simple proportions, because they're so basic, so primary, mathematically speaking, that they give rise to the perception of harmony and order. Okay, and you'll be seeing how this works yourself momentarily. So here I'm going to click on this light blue. I'm going to make a palette. All right, this palette, basically everything in here, the colors at the top are 5, which is a very subtle relationship. It's basically a half step in the Mastercolors system. And it goes to 10, as you can see in the double box there. A little further down to get relationships of 20, and further down to get relationships of 40. Okay,